All right. Okay, so, all right, sorry, getting distracted by something. Hope everyone's had a good day so far. Hope everyone's had fun. Audio should be a lot better today than it has been recently because I finally fixed, I think, my problems. However, I might be I think I was a little tad quieter just a second ago. Also, I just realized how wild my hair looks at the back. Need to tie that up. But yes, hello. Oh. So yeah, no, audio should be working a lot better now because I figured out... Oh, cat, no, please. I figured out what the issue was, and it was purely the stupidest shit, I swear to God. Why does it look like there's... Wait, it's this side. Ah, there it is. Tower of God Season 2 has an episode out. Is it good? This is the question, because I didn't really hugely like the first season. I do think the anime wasn't that... Again, maybe I was just not in the right mind space for it at the time. I didn't find it as fun at the time. I don't know, it was still good, but... The OP, I haven't listened to the OP yet. Or the old one? I can't remember. Dude, I will openly admit, you're asking me to try and remember, like, an OP when I listen... Every anime I watch... Both? Okay. Because, yeah, every anime I watch, I listen to the opening at least once. And some series, I'll keep watching it over and over again. It's fucking insane. The new one is a spoiler if you never read the webtoon. I mean, that's typically how it goes, right? They're always, like, huge. This is, okay, can I just say, this is why I love JoJo's Bizarre Adventure openings? Is that, like, they're filled with a bunch of spoilers, but they're hidden. Specifically designed to be hidden. And then there's the final version of it where all of it's revealed, and it's like, holy shit, it's pretty cool. Doesn't do much to hide the twist. Oh, well, that's actually not exactly great to hear. Because that is one complaint I have with some series, is when there's just like straight up, they spoil the plot. If you think critically. See, that's the thing. If you give me one that, like, if I knew or if I think about it hard, I'm a little bit more willing to forgive it. But, like, what's a good example? I mean, it's the problem I have with, like, a lot of trailers in just general, not even with anime, but with, like, movies as well, right? Is how often you'll watch the trailer and you're like, cool, so I know the plot of the movie now. Actually, no. I will speak to my biggest complaint of all time on this bullshit. So, you know, I don't think series do it as much now, but like the previously on sort of things where they'll like go, hey, this happened, this happened, this happened. So there was a sequence in Doctor Who where the Doctor got shot by a character in a spacesuit. And it was the big overarching, like, oh my god moment of the story. How is this going to happen? What is it going to be? And there was a lot of stuff leading up to it that, like, a lot of people were like, oh, maybe it's something to do with this, maybe it's something to do with that. And then in the previously on, they showed one thing really intensely, and it's like, cool, so we know how this happens now. Because, it was the question of like, how does the Doctor survive it, or what happens to the Doctor afterwards? And I think I'm fine spoiling this because it's like we're talking fucking years ago. So there's a giant mecha suit thing basically that could miniaturize you and put you inside, and it can look like whoever it wants. And it showed that in the intro pretty intensely. It's like, oh, so we know that that's who gets shot. It's not actually the Doctor, it's that. And you have any idea how upset I was watching that episode? Like, me and everyone else in the room just sighed so loudly when that came up on the thing. So there was a level of you should be kind to your audience and remind them when necessary, but also don't give too heavy of a nudge. This is why I hate like a lot of flashbacks in anime. Is what I'll speak to specifically. Is the amount of times you'll see like a flashback to a moment, and it's like, no, I get it, I understand, I remember it was literally earlier this episode. That's why Frieren was actually really good, because it didn't flash back a lot. It explained it to you because it made sense. I think the biggest example for that was the whole the barriers, the magic barriers. It's like, oh well, these we use because of this and like you need to really work on it. And you see at the end of the episode, oh, that's why they needed to work on it, because this is the reason they're this good. Oh, that's really cool. And it goes into a huge thing. That's awesome. I loved that. And I will say, I get the reasoning behind the flashbacks, right? Because some people aren't going to follow. And I'm not saying that you should just, oh, because you didn't quite follow, you should be screwed over for it.
We're in trouble. It's my friend.
Right? Like, I do find it acceptable to try and catch people up, but like, it's definitely, yeah. To be fair, there was one series I remember very clearly that like, it was, I think, the 11th episode when I finally started understanding what the story was doing. Because I was just so confused, which was, I think it was called Chaos Head. If anyone's watched that, because that one was just weird.
He accidentally stepped on a doggy's tail. And now he won't stop chasing him. I think the doggy's real mad.
Uh-oh. Well, we better hurry.
This way.
Angry doggo.
I'm sorry.
I love how like these barks are clearly someone in the studio just barking, and it's really funny to me. Like, okay.
Maru, thank you.
I still think his outfit's so fucking stupid and adorable at the same time. The little wings on it, it's so cute.
What's wrong? It's okay. You can come down now.
But yeah, no, fucking, what did I watch? God, there was something I was watching that was just like, this is the problem with me, right? So I'll watch a really shit show just because like there's the chance of something good being in it, and I will still find something out of it that I'm like, okay, well, at least this is an interesting concept and I can play around with this. and then I justify the entire experience, even though it was fucking bad. So there was a series that came out last season of anime. I can't remember the name of it. It's basically a hero gets betrayed and then reincarnates and just kind of wants to live easy. I think that's basically the name. It's like the deserted hero wants to live in peace or something like that. Point is, that series was really bad. I do not recommend it to anyone. But it did have one interesting concept in it that I thought was cool, which was how its demons were created. So its reasoning was that a demon is when someone is pushed to their absolute limit and kind of is in their state of rejecting for a greater desire. Typically it's anger, most likely anger related. But like, that's how a demon is created. However, a demon can be born from a demon. Yet those demons aren't demonic to begin with. They become demonic, and very commonly because they're demon children, so they deal with prejudice and all this sort of stuff, and then a lot of the demon parents just kind of throw the kids at something so they get fucked up and turn demonic. And I was like, that's actually interesting. But sadly enough, that was like only one conversation out of the entire series, so I would not say that series is worth a watch. I started watching one though that like the third season of it came out that season, so I decided to start watching it, which is like The Duke of Death and The Maid, and like that one's actually really funny. I've watched the first season of that. It was good. I can definitely see it not being for everyone because it's the kind of like 3D-ish animation style, which I don't mind it personally, but
were so scary. I thought I was gonna die.
It was definitely quite fun.
Thanks for helping me, mister.
Thanks for helping me, mister. That's okay. But yeah, it's definitely a weird one. Definitely has a lot of deep plot going on, which I'm not sure I really care enough about all of its deep plot. Because I don't know if the series cares enough about its deep plot. I think it's supposed to be more gag-like, which it feels like the anime's not committing to the gag-like nature of it as much. I don't know. Maybe I'm misunderstanding what it's supposed to be. No, we couldn't have done it with her.
Yeah, thanks for going to find help.
No.
I knew where to find Koromaru all along. I heard from the priest. He said Koromaru would be at the shrine gate, looking after all the people in town. So, even though he found a new spot, he's still protecting us?
Sounds right to me. No.
I knew it. Koromaru is this town's watchdog.
Why does Koromaru have like an actually really interesting story? And I really wish like this, I'm hoping it gets developed better.
Are you Koromaru's new owner?
We're friends.
Is there really a difference?
Yes.
Well, as long as he's happy.
Uh-oh, we better get home soon.
So I want to comment on something, right? So the cat's curled up in the bed right now. She's moved a little bit just then, and it just reminded me. So I went to go get some to drink. This is why I was a bit late. So I was chatting with the flatmate. I come back in, and she's just dived her head underneath the pillow, and like the most I don't want to get up, fuck all of this kind of mood. I'm like,
Whoa, you're right.
yeah, I get that, cat. Can't wait for tomorrow morning where I don't have to get up and at all for like any respectable time frame. actually something I'm really looking forward to, is not having to get up like for a while. I'm probably gonna just like make some food tonight to have as breakfast tomorrow and just like nuke that, come back to bed and just read or something for a while. I remember to do my prep my dailies though for that. Gotta do my Star Rail dailies. Dude, I'm enjoying that game. I'm still sad I didn't get the E1 for Firefly though. Me waiting for the day where I can get like a sponsorship from Star Rail so I can just spend all the money on Star Rail. If you ever see me spending mass amounts of money on a gacha game, realize it's either I've become an oil baron, I've cracked the international bank, or I'm getting sponsored by that. Respect me for that, okay? I should probably start trying to catch up with Amada. I'm about to catch a prepubescent child getting... Ow! Wait, ow? Sure you know... Do you need a lubricant?
Senpai?
Am I interrupting something?
Oh, I was just cleaning my room. Sorry, was it too loud? Okay then, good night. Senpai?
Oh?
Actually, there's something I'd like to talk about. Will you come in?
Okay. I'm going to see his room. Oh no. What the fuck is that?
Sorry it's so messy in here. This won't take long.
Why does it not have any animations? What the fuck is that? Dude, it's fucking the Halo Reach rat. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck is that? Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it fucking dearly.
I actually have a favor to ask of you.
Okay.
You see, I have a pet hamster.
Huh? I mean, I guess it was something like that, but what the fuck?
I got him when I was living with my mom, and he's been with me ever since, so I decided to bring him here.
Mm-hmm.
If, for some reason, I don't make it back here in the future, then this little guy will be all alone.
Been missing the streams of reload since I don't want to get spoiled. We say gotta go, use copy. Nice! That's good to hear. I mean, to be fair, we haven't been doing a lot of, like, reload streams up until this week. But I want to binge it and get it done so we can move on to something else. Because, I want to enjoy this game, and I know that if I drag it out, I'm not going to enjoy the game.
So...
But I'm glad. I hope you enjoy playing Reload. It's definitely a cool game. Oh, that won't happen.
Of course. I have you guys with me, so I won't go down easily.
Yeah, already. Oh, okay. So you played the original, but you don't want to. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
But you never know, right? It was the same with my mom.
I mean, that's the thing is I know nothing about any of the other versions. Again, it's that stress of the only 2 Persona games I've ever played are this version of this game and Persona 5 Royale. So I'm probably like the worst in a lot of Persona fans' eyes. It's just like, how dare you? How have you not played the original? It's like, well, I'm sorry, it doesn't look as interesting to me. So I'm kind of tempted because there was hinted at that Persona 4 was also going to get a facelift version, kind of like the Reload and Royale treatment. And I'm going to be honest, if I'm going to play Persona 4, it'd probably be best to wait for that.
So please, I can even provide a little something as thanks. I'll give you all my allowance, and the rest of my New Year's money. And I'll give you all the comics here, plus whatever else you want.
Oh, alright then. If it makes you feel better.
Okay, that works for me.
That's rather unlikely for P4, unfortunately. Not based on the leaks. That's the point that I'm making, is that it is actually... There is a bunch of Persona projects that got leaked by someone that leaked that Persona 3 Reload was happening. So, I'm not saying it's definite, and take it with a grain of salt, but it's kind of probably realistically the only way I'm going to do it. To be fair, I want to stress, this was theorized, and it's probably not going to be even announced till next year. If it's going to get announced then, it would probably be announced later than that.
Well, aren't you the lucky one?
But yeah, it was considered from a reliable source that that information was the case. And there hasn't been any evidence to say against it.
But when that happens, you better listen to him, okay?
I want to stress, I do pay attention to these sorts of things for all sorts of games, even games I don't play or watch, or anything. Hamster law, finally another time for depression. I mean, I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck that is. Like, I guess I've been told it's a hamster, but like, that thing ain't moving. The wheel's moving, it ain't moving. Oh, what's his name?
His name, it's Hamburger.
Hamburger? Is that your favorite food?
My favorite would be omelet rice, but hamburgers are a close second.
Uh-huh.
The night he came home with me, we had hamburgers for dinner, so that's why.
It's moving a little. It's rocking back and forth. That is all it is doing. No. I'm gonna just... Where is the game capture? There we go. Can I... No, that's not what I wanted to scale. Give me the fucking... We're zooming in on this to prove my point that this thing is not like okay. That. Are you telling me that is a living creature? I'm sorry, but hamburger is fucking dead. That shit has been put on a fucking thing to wiggle around to make it like appear alive. And question his necromantic pro. Okay, you know, fair. It's just like, it's actually just rocking. And it's the wheel. The wheel is moving fully. It is just rocking. There is no limb movement. If you think there's any limb movement, that's just the lighting of the fucking cage. It is. I'm not sure it's doing well. I need to transform fit to screen. There we go. Fixed it. So yeah.
Anyways, thank you so much.
So that thing's like just not doing well.
There's not much time left now.
Oh, Pog.
Sorry again for the disturbance. Could you...
So yeah, why does this kid talk like he's a fucking 50-year-old man that's about to retire?
It's getting late, so I'm going to bed soon.
I'm just concerned about that.
Actually, can I ask you one more thing?
Oh, for God's sakes, kid.
Everyone in this dorm is so kind.
I'm not so sure about that.
They always come up to me for a casual chat, and they treat me like a normal person.
I mean, okay,
Sure,
that's...
there were plenty of adults who showed concern for me, but I feel like the people here are a little different.
It's called fucking weirdos, kid. You call them weirdos. That's how it works.
And you came to check in on me again today.
That's what we're called. It's like, oh, you showed caring and you're nice? You must be weird as fuck.
But why? Why does everyone here care about what happens to me?
Because they're somewhat close to being decent human beings. Because I know how it feels. There you go.
Oh, right. Your parents... I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I guess that was a weird question, wasn't it? Sorry. Don't mind me.
I mean, that's kind of the thing. Is like everyone here has gone through trauma, which is very much like how we all band together, right?
But
We bond over the
I
worst.
should have asked sooner. I don't know if I'll be able to fully repay you for your kindness, but I'll do my best. Okay then. Good night.
Alright, whatever, kid. Just don't forget to be a fucking kid, I swear. What? How big is that fucking cube? Dude. What? I was gonna call it a Roblox. Fuck. Roblox cube. My brain's corrupted.
I'm really glad you came.
But no, dude, that thing's huge. Why is that so big? Like, look at it, and it's the size of his head. I had to change account because of the name. Ah, it's all good. But no, like, what? Why is that cube so huge? It's literally the size of his head.
Thank you. And I'm sorry. I won't let you down.
Dude, it's like trying to do a fucking cube like that. Just to fucking imagine. I actually don't think I could. That's just gonna be uncomfortable to use a cube that big. Like, I think most cubes now are for like this sort of sizing for me. So I can just flick them. It's easy. I'm not good at them anymore. I used to be good at them. back when like I knew I actually talked to my family when we would go around to my grandparents' place. My grandmother had one, and she would always like make me play it and do it. Should be the one to mess it up in ways that like she found them in the newspapers and in the magazines and stuff like that. It's like, oh, this is one of the more complex ones, and she'd time me, and I'd have to do it really, really well. Otherwise, I wasn't gonna get a treat. That's actually probably where I learned to do that sort of stuff the fastest. I really hope fighting ends before winter comes. I don't know if it will. Especially knowing that I believe this game goes up until the next year, doesn't it? Don't answer that for me. I'm saying that as a loose statement for myself, with no expectation of getting an answer. That's why. A lot of people are concerned about stress these days. Believe it or not, crying can relieve stress. The tension is washed away with all those tears. I mean, it actually is true. It's okay to cry. Come on, people. Unlike money, there's no benefits to saving up your stress. When life gets rough, just cry it out. Fair enough. I will not say so. If it can, it might just what do we treat like a kid? What he's gone through? No. I get what you mean. Like that's. I wouldn't consider that a spoiler. That's a good discussion point. I don't know. To be fair, the amount of kids that I know that don't want to be treated like kids yet want the privileges that are given by being a kid is just, I mean, that's every kid ever, right? I remember when I was younger and I fucking loved I like always demanded I wanted to do this. I wanted to be responsible for this and that and that. It's like the moment you accept responsibility for things, like it becomes much larger and becomes a much bigger deal. So, in short, being young is a gift of being able to take responsibilities but softly, so you don't actually have to concern yourself with them as badly. No, we stay away because we get more knowledge.
That's right.
And probably the most talked about of all, them all. Some people are more prone to getting them due to their personality and habits. There's also genetic disposition, I will say that, to the migraine stuff. As someone that gets fairly regular migraines, yeah, they're fucking just foul. There's also tension headaches, those are real nasty too. Yeah, that I have constantly. I have those sorts of headaches. Oh god, now I'm just reminded of... So, at one point in time I worked for this older woman that yelled at me anytime I had a headache and I would like rub my temple. It's just like, stop rubbing your head, it's not gonna stop the headache. It's like, actually it helps relieve a little bit. So could you fuck off? I'm doing my work. It's also kind of like a simple thing to do to try and distract yourself from it. She just didn't like it because it meant that I was covering my face, and there was something about that. I don't know. It was weird. It's like, you're not looking me in the eyes. It's like, I'm sorry, I've got a fucking massive headache right now. I'm also like fucking 12. Leave me alone.
There won't be any more classes this afternoon.
Oh, yay?
It's time
Oh.
to work together and put away the culture festival displays and decorations.
Oh.
I'll assign you into 3 groups for the cleanup. The first group will go to the science lab. Your leader will be...
Dude, I still stand by. This is the one thing I hate about New Zealand. We don't have culture festivals. I want to have culture festivals at schools and stuff. That'd be cool as fuck.
Okay, let's hurry up and get this over with. Roger that.
Got it.
I genuinely think these are actually a really good opportunity for collaboration and all that sort of stuff, and a way for like people to show their interest. The best we get is like science fairs, I guess, but like that is, oh my god, I hated science fair at school. Actually, can I talk to one that was really funny? So one time at high school for science fair, so we were forced, it's mandatory to do it. If you don't, it like very adversely affected your grades. So I decided to make a coil cannon, basically a railgun, but like worse. And they're like, is it safe? And I'm like, and I said, sure. They look at me weirdly. I'm like, look, you can review it. And if you, I just will warn you though, if it is tampered with in any way outside of what is instructed, it will explode. And they're like, that's not safe to bring to the school. You can't bring that. And I'm like, well, then you're telling me I can't do my science fair. So that I basically told them, you let me bring a bomb to school, or you let me off of not doing my science fair project. And maybe this says a lot about the education system. They let me fucking bring it. So yeah, it was fun. They just, clearly they didn't believe me. And then I'm like, okay. Sadly enough, one of these diodes combusted when I did my last trial run last night. So we can't activate it here, and they're like, wait, it combusted? I show them and it's like still very smoldered and everything. And they're like, wait, you weren't kidding about it exploding? I'm like, nope. This was being used correctly and it's still fucked up. It was great. I've made it out of like a disposable camera, some pipe, and a bunch of copper wiring, and like a couple of other little bits and pieces, so I could actually get it a I think I ripped apart like an old laptop for it as well.
Look, I got a pretty good picture of you. Whoa, the guy who took first looks pretty suntanned.
That's high essay. It's crazy fast.
I'm still like, can you guys tell that I would love to have a workshop and just fuck around in it?
Of course, it's only a
Sure, it might explode a few times, but you know, teach their own.
You've already got him beat in the sweaty department. I swear I've never seen you without your gym clothes. Then again, maybe you're the smart one here. Just walking around is enough to work up a sweat these days.
Hey, you guys can jabber all you want, but at least keep things moving. At this rate, we'll be here all day.
Sorry, Takeba. My bad.
Hey, this got you all worked up.
Nothing. Jeez.
Okay.
Yo, I brought the tools and stuff. The nail puller, tape, and what else was it?
If you require a drill, I have one installed.
Weird.
Cool, thanks guys.
Back onto the other account, fair enough.
Wait, hang on. Where's the bubble wrap, Iori?
Bubble wrap? Oh, right, we gotta pack stuff up. Good call, man. You should go get it. You know where they keep that stuff, right?
Well, yeah, but you're the one who forgot to grab it.
I mean, to be fair, if you know the list of things to go get and there's no like urgency, just go get it yourself. Why didn't he?
Oh, are you sure you don't want to go? That place is like a paradise, you know? Some fine chicas there, it'd be just your type.
What? No way. You serious? Give me the details, man.
Fucking alright then.
Ahem. I believe I asked you all to hurry it up so we could go home.
Relax.
Sorry, Yuka-san. Man, talk about an ace directive.
I heard that. Jeez, how stupid can you be?
Goddamn.
Junpei? More like Stupay.
Oh my god, I swear that's like the third or fourth time we've heard that joke in this game.
I'm getting deja vu.
Yeah, even the game's like going, please stop.
Fine, I'll go to the supply room later.
Still, it's a real shame the Culture Festival fell through. There were so many cool events I was looking forward to, like the stand-up comedy duos. They said it was going to be open mic, so I was planning on trying it out.
Oh, that was going to end up horrendous. I'm sorry. Open mic? I've been to places with open mic. It's so bad. You remember that like one scene in what's it? The Joker movie where he's up on stage and like nobody's fucking laughing? That is genuinely so fucking accurate.
Oh, really? With who?
You?
Wait, me? You're gonna just push me on stage without even saying anything?
Okay, that would have
I'm
been
just
kind of
messing with
funny.
you. It was actually Miyamoto.
Who, me? Hell no.
Just another joke. Chill out, guys. I'll do it with you then.
Bring it on.
Now that's the spirit. Why don't we show these guys what we've got?
Or do our work and go home. I'm so glad we're doing the cleanup that we've been told to do.
Hello out there, everyone. We're the famous comedy duo, Kenji Tomochika.
Where's my name?
Ooh, nice and snappy. You're pretty good. Man, I can't wait for the Culture Festival. It's gonna be awesome, huh?
It's already over, dummy.
What? You're giving up already? All you gotta do is sleep like 360 more times and bam, Culture Festival. You know what they say? Early to bed, early to rise.
Makes you healthy, or is it lies?
There you go. We got a top quality one this time. Kind of depressing, though. Speaking of jokes, here's a good one. What do you do when your key isn't working?
Keep trying.
That's the lamest joke I've heard in years. Guess that's the best GeckoCon has to offer.
I would have actually been in stitches at this point if this was a real comedy thing. Okay, maybe I'm fucked with my humor.
Not bad, considering we didn't rehearse this at all. Man, we would have been great.
All right, break it up, you guys. Seriously, I take my eyes off you for 1 second.
Speaking of things that would have been great, you missed out on your chance to be a maid, Takeba-san.
Huh? Oh, so word got out about that. I, for one, am fine with missing that opportunity.
Aw, dude, I'll wear the maid
A lot
outfit
of
then.
guys were real disappointed. Ain't that right, Miyamoto?
I still have promised that, haven't I? Once we get money from the channel, I'll buy a cosplay of a fucking maid outfit. I'm still 100% down to do that.
Wait, why are they disappointed? The maids are there to help with the cafe, right?
Such a pure soul.
Well, it's kind of something that guys fantasize about. Mainly Junpei.
Oh.
What are you looking at me for? What did I do?
Junpei-san.
Even Aiga's being like, yikes.
Oh, come on. You too, Ai-chan?
Alright, who wants my attention? Everyone, fucking hell. Sure, let's go to the art club. I still don't even know what the benefit is to doing a lot of these things. Man, if only Corpse Party could have been like this. Oh god. To be fair, there's so many of those like Japanese
If I just quit.
styled games that I feel like I'm missing out on, but I also don't know if I want to do it. Just now, I mean, oh, okay. Because like there's Danganronpa is one that like I'm being interested in, but I don't know if I want to actually get interested in that. That's also the same argument I had with Persona and with Yakuza. Yakuza, admittedly, I didn't really like the idea of getting involved with it. Played it and enjoyed the hell out of it, and still upset that I haven't been able to do more of it because my computer just sucks ass.
The club would probably be fine without me. Besides, I don't think I'm cut out to be an artist.
What?
How long have you been here?
Oh boy.
Did you hear everything?
You pulling out of the contest?
Yeah, well, I guess you did hear everything, huh? My dad told me to quit the art club. He said I need to study more and concentrate on my future.
Okay, I am immediately in the category what the game wants me to be in, which is no, fuck that. And my reasoning might be slightly different to normal though. So something that was actually, if we go back to the origins of education and the purpose of it a lot, right? It was supposed to be a mixing of culture and knowledge. And early stages of it, even in like when it was hugely adopted in Europe, like the British stuff, that is the problem with it. It's like that. It was hugely about academic things, but it was like you learn Greek, you learn to do art, sculpting, stuff like that. It all made that stuff important. I'm okay with the request of him going, oh, no, I need to, you need to study and focus on study. I'm not okay with telling him to stop doing art because creativity leads to better understanding and different ways of looking at things. So even if he is going to be a doctor, it's still important to have an artistic or creative hobby. So letting him explore that at this point is actually really, really integral and important. Even if you do want it. So this is why I say I'm coming at this probably from a slightly different angle. I'm complaining because even if the dad still wants him to do these things, that is actually counterintuitive to what he wants. Not to say, oh, he should be allowed to do art, he should be allowed to choose what he wants to do. Let's not like that sometimes. He's also definitely someone that's very passionate and interested about medical stuff, so it's not that he doesn't want to probably do it. It's probably he wants to do it, and that's why this is so conflicting. In a realistic setting, that's what the case would probably be. But yeah, that's why I say giving them an outlet is always useful and important.
When I told him I was a finalist in the contest, I thought he'd be proud.
See, now that is where I'm kind of disappointed in the parent. You should celebrate that shit,
All he
regardless.
said was that I was wasting my time.
And that's what I expected. But yeah, that's one of the biggest complaints I have about like some more modern, well, I say modern, in the last like 10 years here in New Zealand, it's gotten better. But like a lot of education has gotten very knowledge-based and less creative-based, which is where you get banking method problems, where you're just giving information to the child, putting it in their brain, and then asking them to regurgitate that. It means that you don't get a creative and critical thinker, which is what you actually want.
It's my responsibility to take over the hospital because I'm his only son.
Okay, well, that's a bit shitty, but hey.
My dad doesn't care about me. He only cares about his stupid hospital.
I'm not gonna say that, but
And it's not just him either. Just because my dad's a doctor, everyone expects me to be one too. I have my own dreams too, you know? I can't stand it anymore.
so you're just gonna take it?
No, I don't want that. It's my life, and I want to live it my way. Sorry.
Again, mixed feelings on this. You should be allowed to live your life the way you want to. However, I've said this before, if you're under a parent's roof, you do have a responsibility to uphold what they have requested of you. Even if you don't agree with it, there is that. Up until a point, obviously, but hey.
I'm going to make a bet with my dad.
Also, is this guy new? Kind of. I think this is like the third or fourth time I've met with him.
If I don't win the contest, then I'll quit the club just like he wants me to.
Oh, you see, why would he agree? Why would he care?
But if I win, then I can do whatever I want. And as soon as I get home, I'm going to convince him. Do you mind keeping this under wraps? I don't want anyone worrying that I might quit the art club. So let's just keep this between us, okay?
Feels like we've become better friends. Yeah, see? Rank 4. We met him a few times before. He was on... I think we met him last stream.
Hey,
The last stream was... We met him this week. I can say that pretty soundly. He isn't in the older versions. They really did a lot in this remake, huh? Again, I can't speak to that. All I know is that this is the art club. I assume there's probably more complex or fleshed out confidants maybe in the remake.
well, see you later.
Maybe that's what has happened. But yeah,
Oh, welcome back.
eh. Oh shit, the plant's already harvestable? That was fucking quick. Give me spinach. Plant more spinach. I guess it is only 12 days, yeah. Who's there? Oh, I'm pretty sure we've already done this with her.
Say,
Yeah, no, we don't gain anything out of it.
sorry.
I don't think we have any of the at-home socials to do that would give us anything, because I think we've finished with Shinji, we've finished with Koro. for those ones specifically. I think there's the Shinji cooking one we still haven't done. Finished. So you know what? I'm just going to take this opportunity to get more, knowledge. Knowledge. Gotta get them social stats up. Please let me fucking be done with this. I want to be done with the social stats so badly. No. Still so much to go. Ah. Suffering, pain, misery.
By the way,
More people lost consciousness? Hell yeah.
what?
The end of the world. Let's go. Maybe it is. Let's fucking celebrate. Okay, who wants my attention? You want attention, you want attention. Fucking all of you want attention. Sure. Dude, I just love jamming out to this music. It's great.
Welcome back.
Yes, we got to watch stuff with you. Already done that. And no, Tanaka. The fact that I'm still probably never going to use some of these characters, yet I'm getting their buffs. Kind of funny.
This character really drinks a lot of alcohol.
I mean, it's supposed to be an old-timey detective. That's like 90% of what they do, right?
When you
That and
grow
smoke.
up, are you going to drink alcohol too?
Will you?
Me? I've never thought about it actually.
Probably best I don't answer that with literally an empty bottle of sake on my desk. I'm not an alcoholic. I'm too poor for that.
But I do hear that a lot of adults these days don't drink. Alcohol has a very mature feeling about it, doesn't it? I don't think I'm a fan of all the rowdy parties, but having a nice glass does look kind of cool. Speaking of, remember that bar scene?
Good kid.
Wow, it's late. Watching those bonus clips took longer than I thought.
Yay, more courage, I guess.
It's about time I head to bed. Good night.
I'm so glad that, like, I've maxed out the other two stats and I'm just now suffering with knowledge not being maxed out. Okay, so we're at the halfway point.
Let's get on with today's lesson.
Oh god, what do you want? That's a good point. Did I? Alright, take your seats and we'll begin. Hifumi I Munaya Koto Mochirorane. Okay. Be filling in for him. Since you came expecting a math lesson, I'll be talking about numerology. Numerology. Numerology is a type of magic which sees the world through a system of numbers. Essentially, its practitioners convert matter into numbers. Numbers have power, so numerologists merely take advantage of their power. Some say the first true numerologist was Pythagoras. You may know him from the Pythagorean theorem, and he's also quite famous for practical magic. He and his pupils researched what is now called Pythagoreanism. Pythagoreanism. Yeah, trying to say that. They realized that everything existed in this world corresponds to a number. They considered odd numbers masculine and even numbers feminine. They also worked towards verifying the existence of holy and unholy numbers. The Pythagoreans focus on the numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4 because they add up to 10, which represents completion. They what the fuck? Okay. They considered those first 4 numbers to be holy numbers, the most important to all. They are known as tetracties? I don't know. Later, others would build upon the numerological foundation that Pythagoreans laid. Even recently, studies have been performed on the relationship between names and numbers. Let's look at this a little closer, shall we? Let me teach you a method to interpret your own name's meaning. Be sure to include your middle name too. Now, convert each letter of your name into a number, 1 for A, 2 for B, and so on. Then add the numbers together. If a letter has a 2-digit number, like 14 for N, first add the 2 digits together to make a single digit. Keep adding these digits until you're down to the final numbers between 1 and 9. Or the final number between 1 and 9. Upon learning or reflecting on the digits' properties, you can conclude the characteristics of the person in question. What the fuck is this? Basically, your number represents your general personality. Oh my god, they've somehow fucking managed yet again to have horoscopes, but with numbers this time? Say, you still listening? I hope all this talk of numbers hasn't put you to sleep. Here's a test to see if you're paying attention. Get it wrong, and the numbers will haunt you, even in your sleep. Now, who do I pick? Oh god, alright. What is the collective name for the 4 holy numbers in numerology? It was that one, because it has the Y. I remember.
Correct.
That's correct. The actuarial tables predict a happy future for you. Okay. A bit more on numerology and names before you're dismissed. Numerology can also be used to discern your inner self, your public persona, your future, and so on. Oh god, yeah, it's really just fucking this shit again. Convert the vowels in your name into numbers, then add them up. That reveals your inner self. Next, do the constants in your name to get the persona you display in public. Using the same method on your birth date will calculate your future. But make sure to use Christiana era dates in this calculation. It's also possible to assess your compatibility with another using numerology. By adding the digits of your birthday to the others, you can... Oh my god. I actually just know. Oh. Why did you bring that shit into math? I like math. I don't want to fucking hate it. I just don't care. I really do not care for that shite. Well, I mean, you're just right here, so fuck it.
Hey.
Sure.
Thanks.
Can we go to the rooftop? Okay, that's slight warning bells for a moment there.
Hey.
Hey.
Do you remember when those guys stole my wallet and you came to help me?
Yeah, and you fucking bit my head off for it.
Sorry I got so mad at you. I was just frustrated. I don't like having to depend on other people. But it ended up happening anyway. You know, I couldn't say it at the time, but I'm actually glad you came.
Dude, I fucking hate my brain. Oh my god. It's got nothing to do with the scene, but my brain's just in the gutter. It's fucking... I don't know what's going on. I guess it's the friend groups I'm hanging out with at the moment where shit like this comes up all the time.
Maybe because it's you.
Okay.
So, I want to thank you properly. Thanks for your help back then. I really appreciate it.
Anytime.
It was honestly kind of cool.
Also, I want to stress, right? So this is where I can tell the people that made this game don't actually understand windmills. So, where I used to live in New Zealand was very, very famous because we had windmills, like right there in our region. We had a lot. I've gone and visited them. You would not be able to hear Yukari being this close to windmills. Like straight up, just not hearing shit. Those fuckers are loud. As well as they're all facing the exact same direction, which is just not right. Because it's either it's a dynamically adjusting one, which is just normally not worth it, or it's one that's basically set but has slight adjustment range, which is what's more likely to be the case. And that makes way more power and has less room for problems. So these would actually be the smartest way to do it is face it in all the key directions of potential wind flow. Alright, rank 6, nice.
Whew, that's a big weight off my shoulders. Let's head back down.
Dude, I swear to God, these streams recently have just been so much like me just depositing random tidbits of knowledge and information.
The roof doesn't get a lot of foot traffic, so I think it's a good place to have serious conversations.
I've been feeling a lot better though recently, and feeling a lot more that kind of mood to get like the impart knowledge mode, which I know might piss some people off, but I just really like doing it.
If anyone sees us, the rumor mill might go crazy again.
Having 10 ranks instead of 20, it makes me wonder how it gets. Have they hit 20? That seems like a bit much.
Annoying? You know, if people assumed we were dating.
So clearly this is supposed to be like a, oh yeah. You know what? I don't like you, Yukari, but I'm gonna do this because funny.
Really? I'm not sure if you're being brave or oblivious. Still, what's something special about you?
You don't get bogged down by what other people think. Uh-oh. They say a sneeze means someone's talking about you. Well, it's
Dude,
probably nothing.
I doubt that. The amount I sneeze, there's no one that would talk about me that much.
Let's head on home, yeah?
Wait, does that mean like VTubers are permanently fucking sneezing off camera? Because how much they get for— Oh my god, okay. So, I'm doing research at the moment for some of the future characters. And like devising their kits. For the game that I'm making. So I use wikis a lot. It's a really good source of information, trivia, quotes, stuff like that. So I can kind of use that as a foundation point for naming abilities, maybe getting an idea of what an ability could do. One I'm kind of a bit irritated at the moment is one character is very reminiscent of another character in another Survivors like game, and I'm a bit upset with that. But one of the things I was looking at was the duo VTubers from HoloLive, and there was a fact, an interesting fact that they had in that. Where is it? I posted it to my friend because I basically made the joke. Yes, VTuber fans are sane. Then I show this bit of trivia. So, the twins frequently punctuate their speech with the phrase "bow bow," which can mean a great many things in the demon dog language, depending on the context and the tone. A YouTuber began tracking the number of bows in every stream in the first 5 months of streaming. They counted Fuwawa with 82,775 bows and Mokoko with 56,336 bows for a total of 139,107 bows. Since they have streamed for 507 hours at this point, this amounted to a total of 274 bows per hour or 4.57 bows per minute, equivalent to more than one duo bow per minute. What the fuck is wrong with people? Shit's wild. So yeah, that's VTuber fans are definitely not sane. By the way, when you finish Social Link with a girl, you're forced to romance them, inevitably cheating on them if you were doing 100% in the old versions. That's kind of funny. I believe, to my understanding, they've taken the Royale approach and you can opt in, opt out for the relationship, but you can still get them to 100. If my understanding holds true. But I don't have a guarantee on that. Have I finished Junpei's Gardener? I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah.
What?
In Reload you do, and in Royale as well. Yeah, like I assume it's an opt-in, opt-out in this now, because again, the description I was given for this remake was that they had taken all of the content, like the styling of stuff from Royale, and overlaid that on the story and baseline mechanics from the original, from Persona 3. And that's why this has been a better experience for me, because I assume I would have probably suffered quite a bit if I'd tried to play the original FES version. That's why I'm holding back on playing Persona 4.
Got it?
Is that same reason?
Don't give me that look. We got a lot of pork because it was cheap.
Hell yeah.
I think starting with fried food might be hard, but the basics are pretty much the same. You're a real oddball, you know that? Asking me to teach you how to cook.
Why do you want to learn so much?
I just felt like it.
You don't really think things through, do you? Well, whatever. It can't hurt to know.
I mean, I do think things through. Personally, I have a huge passion for cooking, so that's why. But, you know.
I was taught how to cook by someone else too. So, when I see someone who wants to learn, I can kind of relate. Alright, that's enough rambling. Let's get started.
But yeah, no, that's kind of funny though, that if you wanted to 100% the game, you had to cheat on everyone. That's kind of good.
We're gonna do it this time. So first,
That's,
get the meat ready.
yeah, that's one of those oversight moments from earlier development that I can see like very easily not being what they thought. It's like, oh, well, why would they want 100% the game? It's like, well, or like consider that 100% of the game, I guess.
When you're frying something, stick a chopstick in the oil and check for little bubbles. Wait, you're putting on too much heat. The meat ain't gonna taste good if it's too tough. Pretty good job, considering it was your first try. You still got room for improvement, though. Especially
There was also a mechanic where your status to healthy to try, Oh shit, okay. The fuck?
But if you're serious
That sounds
about it,
awful.
then just practice.
I mean, if I understand correctly, it's somewhat in this game because we already have one thing for it, but like, there used to be like deterioration for your ranks, I believe, as well. So if you didn't like meet up with a character for a length of time, their standing with you would deteriorate. Whereas in this, one of the things that I think also was in there originally, was, I'm talking about the original, what I know the original right now is, and again, so this is in Reload, is some of the confidants can be in the tower. They can be the lost people.
All right, let's clean up.
Which we do have someone at the moment. I don't know who,
So don't
but
slack off.
someone's in the tower. We've got to sort that out at some point. But like irreversibly loses that confidant if we don't go get them. It's not going to be like the child or something, the depression child.
It's amazing comeback.
Yeah, shut up.
I'm going to do it. Good. Not bad.
Sure. I have said that I will buy everything I can. We have the money for it anyway, so.
Bye-bye.
Okay, there's something here. Is this, the Shinji thing? Because it's technically not like a confidant. Or at least not this stage, I don't know. Damn, there is actually a lot of fucking people that are lost, huh? I want to buy more spinach because that's been the best one so far. Yeah, so that would probably be the Aragaki one. So is this the hospital dude? Is what this is one's telling me? Indeed it is. Okay. Hey man. Ugh. Alright.
You're not like the others.
Why am I different?
I didn't expect to see you again. Usually, people don't come back. Nobody treats me like a normal person. Not even my friends or family. They all keep their distance and say, "Oh, what a poor soul."
Yikes.
All they feel is pity and curiosity towards me. Sorry to disappoint them, but I'm not the poor soul they think I am. Dying isn't so bad, is it? What's the point of dragging out your time in this world anyhow?
I've never thought about him.
They say that necessity is the mother of our industrialized society. And yet, fire does not realize that it's burning away. Not exactly foolishness, but sad nonetheless. Thank you for coming today. You seem different from the rest. I'm not sure I know how to describe it exactly, but you don't look on me with pity the way everyone else does.
Dying young man.
Damn it. What did I do to deserve this body? I hope we can meet again.
Nice. Better than last time where he said, like, we'll never meet again.
Oh, look.
So walk and kid cooking. I think this is the last one we will need to do. Yeah.
So I was hoping you could watch me as I make the coffee. Thank you. Okay, the beans are freshly ground and accurately measured. The water is about 90 degrees Celsius.
Oh god, he is really getting nerdy, isn't he?
Pace and angle when pouring the water are really important. All right, here I go. Pour slowly and quietly in a circular motion. You'll know you're doing it right when it starts smelling really good.
Don't tell me you're not drinking like a shitload of coffee again today, kid.
It's not exactly what you'd get at a cafe, but I think I've improved a lot. There's so much to consider when making coffee. I get why people are so particular about it.
Fair.
I know it's a bit weird to ask at this point, but when do you feel like drinking coffee the most?
Right after waking up, when I'm taking a break. I don't really drink much. Okay. Real world answer, none of these three. When I like drinking coffee, so what I used to do is I never drunk coffee for the most of my life. But when I started doing university, I'd gone overseas and had coffee and I was like, you know what, it's not too bad, I enjoy it, but I need a reason. When I was going to uni, there was a coffee shop at the university I used to go to. And I made a rule, because I had enough money at the time. Every day I went in, I would get a coffee. Only before I start doing work though. Not because I was going to a lecture, not because of anything, but because I was going, no, have coffee before you start doing this. What did this do? Well, it creates a mental effect where now coffee stimulates my brain in a way that's really, really useful. Means that if I want to sit down and work and do research and stuff like that, I should have a coffee because it makes me better at it. Because my brain gets into that mindset because of, what's the term again? It's a type of, basically psycho, thing, right? It's a technique, what is it? I'm actually blanking on its name. but it's basically doing a repetitive thing to get a repetitive result. This is why, like, you actually shouldn't have your workspace near your rest space near your sleep space. Where you sleep should be removed from anywhere you might do strenuous or active activities, because what you do is you create a mental kind of expectation of these things in those environments. This is why my current setup's not very good, because my bed is literally here. You can see the end of it right there. It's like it goes here. I sleep right next to my desk. So of these, I'll probably say this.
Oh, I see. You know, that's the weird thing about the smell of coffee. Drinking it is supposed to wake us up, but the smell has a relaxing effect too.
So again, it's a interesting technique, but it's kind of like a learned response. Yeah, no, it's something that is really, really useful, and it's again, I did psychology as part of my degree because I was interested in it. So it's just kind of forcing your body to think a specific way. So yeah, I used coffee as my research motivator, as it would help my brain get in the right stage for it. I guess that's the same. One of the famous examples of that theory was used for dogs. So they would ring a bell and then put food down for the dog. So it got to the point where if you just rang the bell, the dog would salivate, because there's this mental attachment to it and food. You don't have to give it food, but you get this expectation. It's the same with why you should give them treats for learning, because if you give a dog a treat while it's learning when it's successful, and not because of punishment, stuff like that, but like you give them a reward, positive trending of it means that the dog will want to do it more, up until the point where you no longer have to give them a treat, and they'll just have positive reinforcement with it internally.
I saw on TV the other day that smells and memories are linked closely together. The smell of coffee reminded me of my mom, but in your case, I wonder if it'll remind you of the times we spent here, drinking coffee together.
Through a YouTube channel, I don't really watch anything that isn't from the channel when it's psychology. I mean, I literally researched it as part of my degree, so what I learned during that time is also to not listen to just one location, because then you get a bias opinion. Because that's one of the big issues as well, right? Is if I'm only getting my source of information from one place, then I'm not getting actual information. I'm just getting an account that I can regurgitate. Which is why I've learned to read multiple languages, so I can actually listen to read news reports from different countries about global events to see what their views on it are, which has led to very interesting situations where I can see something happening and something that's going to happen before it would happen in a global sphere, because it just clearly is lining up for that. And it also means that I can make critical analysis on events occurring. I'm not saying everyone should do that. I'm just saying, like, it's good to get your info from other sources. It's just nice when you find one source of information that makes it more understandable for you. I know Healthy Gamer GG is a really good source for kind of introspective looking at yourself kind of concepts. So they're always a good channel to look at that.
In that case, I'd better practice and treat you to another cup while we still have time. It'd be pretty sad if you only remembered my coffee being bitter.
Fair.
I feel like I haven't gotten into something like this for a long time.
Well, I do that also to make other people, mainly adults, them shut up about the whole don't search stuff in the internet. Okay, yeah, that's kind of fair. Like, again, it's So one of the biggest tools I got from doing university personally was the ability to research. So what that means is being able to look at something critically, analyze it, and discern for myself what is kind of being said there, and then use a comparison point on generalized information and then my own experiences to make an answer. Because, yeah, and this is where I hugely stand by on my statement, the fallacy of knowledge is knowledge can be given. Knowledge is experience. You can only the only knowledge you can actually claim is the stuff that you yourself have experienced. However, you can use information external to substantiate your claims. That is the purpose of research, is to give validity to what you know or to test your understanding. It's like, okay, well, I thought it worked this way. Then you research it and you see a lot of other things talking very differently to you. It then creates this situation of now you have this question to ask, who's got the perspective going? Because I felt judged real bad from adults, teachers, in a reunion, and had a bad memory experience with the channel, but I'm still interested and like the channel. See, that's fair. Again, I've had my own different difficult experiences with a variety of things. I mean, I've talked before, my growing up, I was told very heavily from a lot of like jobs that I worked when I was younger, I was never going to succeed in anything and I should just give up and just be a mindless drone. And then I eventually quit and started working on these degrees that I've got now. And I finished my last degree with a B average, which is really, really good. That's 5.0 GPA. That's the just under basically honor level for what I was doing. So I could have, if I pushed harder, I could have gotten for honors, which is like top tier. And this is coming from someone that basically left high school as a failure. So in New Zealand we have a thing called NCA, which is how we grade a lot of people. And you're supposed to spend your last 3 years of university working on your NCA levels. I stayed for a fair bit of it. I left with NCA level 1, which is basically the bare minimum required to live your life. You could probably struggle to get any job whatsoever if you didn't have NCA level 1. I got NCA level 2 working because you can get certificates and stuff via working that add NCA credits, and I got level 2 from that. To get into university, you either have to be over 20 or have level 3 completed. So I got in because of age. So again, I'm the example of a student that was considered incapable and underachieving and all that, and yet I went to university and did really, really well. So it's not what people tell you. Again, formulate your own opinions. Listen to things, but don't let them solely guide your opinion. That's the important stuff.
Me practice staying focused. Maybe it's because I've been doing it so diligently.
So why, I talk about stuff that I do here is I'm imparting information, I'm imparting my experiences, my own wisdom, you could say, because it's my knowledge. And it's what I can actually claim I know. Anything less than that, and it's... again, that's why you'll often hear me say, oh, I got this info from this location, or yada yada yada, because it furthers my claim, or I use it as an example of a inverse to my claim. And I'm not going to say I am 100% right, you should always listen to me, I know what I'm talking about. No actual person that knows what they're talking about knows what they're talking about. A lot about character designing from that channel. Yeah, that's fair. That's the other thing, right? Is the amount of times I spend listening to character analysis or on TV, movie, and game, always useful. Right? Like that's, it's always good to find something to gain out of anything. I mean, that's what I was talking about with anime earlier, right? Is I watch horrendously bad anime on the regular. And the one I watched recently, I finished last night, was really, really bad. But there was like one thing out of it that I found was an interesting point to make. And again, my problem is I justify the entire watching process of watching something bad by there being something I got out of it. Spirit Refresh. Automatically recover 5 SP each turn in battle. So, interesting. Okay.
Anyways, thanks a lot. Because of you, I think I understand the taste of coffee a little better now.
Ken seems like an interesting character. Huge SP usage then, I guess.
Oh, there's still more if you want a refill. I've gotten a lot better now, so I hope you'll join me again sometime.
But I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, that's kind of where I go back to the whole critical thinking concept. I've talked about this a lot on stream, because I really do think that's an important aspect, is to formulate your own way of thinking, to formulate all that sort of stuff. That's why, like, I've talked about Mort Dog and Pirate Software a lot, or Thor, I should say, because those two have helped me like better understand some of the thoughts and opinions I have. Not that I agree with what they say 100% all the time, but they're really useful for helping me formulate that stuff. Because at least that way then I can listen to someone that I respect and kind of can get where they're coming from, discuss something against what I believe, and then I can actually think through that and go, okay, why? Why do they disagree with that? Okay, well, they've given some evidence here. Let me think about this, and then I can potentially change my opinion. Because that's the other thing. It's okay to change your opinion. People change as time goes on. The other thing I like a lot is love style and love language. Interesting. When it comes to a character, yeah. I mean, fuck, I did linguistics as part of my degree as well, my previous degree, and that was not one I expected to do, and I came out of it really happy I did do it. Because it was a,
I have to tell you this, but there's only one more week until the full moon.
Yeah, I understand, Ferris. But I learned a lot about language from that, and why so something I dealt with a lot when I was younger was people correcting my English. Because I'm in New Zealand, so we have a lot of different languages that impact our way of speaking English. So Kiwi English ends up quite muddy and not great in a lot of regards. Problem is that most of the media that New Zealanders consume when they're younger comes from America nowadays. It's the same with Europe's having this issue a bit, right? So one issue I dealt with is I would refuse to say mayor, I would say mayor for a long time, and I would pretty much get beaten for that. And something I learned while doing the linguistics was how language is constantly evolving, and it's impossible to create a stagnant concept in it. In fact, the biggest mistake in like English specifically is that it having a written version of the language, because then there's an expectation to follow that, which is not true. So now I speak fairly fluently, I would consider, especially comparative to when I was younger. But I've also got like a lot of ways I talk and such, which are what would be considered more casual or more bogan sort of ways of saying things. And that's because that's how I speak. And at the end of the day, if you can understand what I'm saying, then there is no actual issue with what I'm saying. how I'm saying it, anything like that, as long as you understand it. And that's what's important. So there's a level of you shouldn't have to correct people's English. One thing in New Zealand we have, it's actually fairly common, and I got yelled at a lot by someone for this, was how we say something. Is we have a K sound at the end. If you listen to how I say it, something. And that's a natural thing, pretty common in New Zealand. But there's no K in something. Or something. That's how it's, I guess it's meant to be said. And it's just because the way the English moves in, like the way the voweling and all that moves for New Zealand, is that there's often that little lip at the end. There's a few words that like weirdly combine as well. It's interesting. But yeah, I was basically fucking wooden spoon for that at one point. That's great. But no, never got rid of it.
Sure what the future holds.
And now I have a reasoning to never care if someone tries to correct me on that. Now, I will say, when it comes to non-English, I try and put in the effort, and if someone is willing to correct me and help me with that, then I will, right? With Japanese, with German, with a lot of those sorts of languages, I've known people that have just laughed at me and gone like, "Ha, you're saying it wrong." So, okay, teach me. I would like to correct myself.
Be careful out there, okay?
Like, I would like to speak the best I can. That's important.
Remember, I'm always looking out for you.
But there's also that's why I say, there's once you reach the level of understanding a language well enough to know what is correct and what is wrong in it, then don't let other people correct you. I just don't know enough about those languages to know culturally what I can and cannot say sometimes.
We'll meet again.
But I definitely do know of English, and English is a fucking bastardized language, so you can get away with a lot.
By the way,
Just talking about yeah, talking about that shit again. Way more people getting absorbed by the shadows.
And we arrive at the solution.
Oh god, what do you want? We've already covered how any number divided by 0 is undefined, right? Oh, we didn't? Well, is that another class? Okay, well. Who the fuck is this? It looks like a mole rat. Don't think 8 is such a daring number. Mrs. Precious Nut. What the fuck? 2 is awesome. Okay. And numbers downright adorable. Stay awake because it gives us the knowledge. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand these teachers. They're really weird styles. Just like, I even had like really munted up teeth when I was younger. Shit like that, it's just a bit much. That's like someone's modified his like front teeth. To be fair, people do that nowadays, right? It's like they get weird modifications to their body to feel better in it. Like get their eyes color change or all that sort of stuff. God, everyone wants my attention, huh? I kind of want to get Otagiri done. Because like I'm pretty sure we're pretty far along with that confidant. Like we're 6, 7 maybe. I don't know how much longer I have with all of the confidants though is the problem. And I'm hoping to God we don't have one that's like a time limited one again. That shit was awful.
Regarding the incident from the other day with the cigarette butt in the boys' bathroom, it seems the teachers want the student expelled as soon as we find out who it is.
What?
Well, I guess we should have
It does
expected
hurt the
that.
school's reputation.
I'll keep everyone posted on this. That's all for now.
Lovely.
Expulsion, huh? So, what do you think about all of this? About the smoker's punishment, I mean.
Seems reasonable, seems too harsh. This is a hard one. Speaking as someone that would smoke like equivalent to behind the bike sheds. Seems too harsh. There's no learning from it.
I think so too.
This is the problem, right? It's like the person's not gonna learn, they're just gonna get screwed over.
Once I catch the culprit, I'll give him a good talking to. The goal here should be to prevent this from happening again.
I don't know about this, but it's reasonable to be to my hatred. I mean, it's the issue of like, again, how are they gonna learn? They're just gonna like, you might go, oh well, they're gonna learn because they're getting punished. It's like kicking someone out of a school is just gonna ruin a lot of their livelihood. It's gonna affect their family environment. It's gonna just negatively affect their life. They're not gonna learn. They're just gonna hate. So what are you doing there? You're just creating someone to go down a pit that you're now screwing them over with? No. It's better to just go, cool. Get caught again, expelled. But like, maybe we need to talk about things.
I'm not counting on it, but it'd be great if I could get people like him to change their ways.
Yeah, see, this is what you actually want to do, is like communicate with them, discuss it with them. See what the problem is, why is this the case, yada yada yada.
I don't sympathize with students who break the rules, but does kicking the bad kids out really make the school a better place?
Hey, I like that. That's a good question to ask.
It's really not like me to whine about it. I guess I'm just confused because I feel so powerless. If I can go above and beyond this time and earn the teacher's trust, my ward will hold more weight around here. Just you watch. I'll work my way to the top.
Alright. Rank up. Where are we on this? Yeah, now we're rank 7.
I still have some work left to do. I need to compile a list of suspects. You can head on out of here. And take care.
It's a difficult one. Again, it's like I said, I've known too many people in that category, and I've seen what's happened to them when like expulsion is just the only answer.
You're back.
Not great. Is there... Who would be up there? Junpei? Yeah, looks like Junpei's gonna be up here.
Oh yeah. Man, our hero took an underdog baseball team that didn't even have enough players all the way to nationals.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
No matter how tough the rival or desperate the situation, the hero always ends up finding a way. Hey, we're technically a team too, aren't we? Means we need a hotshot of our own, right?
You read too much manga. You're on to something. We're all hotshots. Yeah, I'll go. We're all hotshots.
Sounds an awful lot like hero talk to me. Share some of that glory, why don't ya? Hotshot or not, the others have got so much personality. kind of like the characters in a manga.
Yeah, it's almost like this is a fake world written by things to make it more wild and interesting.
Either way, kind of blows that real life can't be like how it is in a manga. Anywho, on to the next page. Oh, yeah,
To be fair, I've got one story lined up that I'm going to start reading today that I'm going to be excited for. It's another isekai story, but it's like a female surgeon gets transported to another world where like woman would be shunned for doing medical practice, but she saves someone and then gets to like work for the prince, but has to hide the fact that she's a woman. I don't know. I'm down for some shoujo shit. Like, shoujo. Some good shit there. I think there's also another Girls Love Yuri anime out at the moment that finished last season that I do want to watch as well. I'm glad that there's getting more of that. That's nice, like charming, slow, and like good romance. Just wish that there was some of that for like Yuri as well. There's not been many good Yuri series that like tick that box for me. Where it's like an interesting actual like character experience and it's just like, oh yeah, these two fucked. Oh yeah. I did see one that literally had them fucking like the first episode and it was really great though. It's interesting. It's interesting.
all after getting everyone together, training like crazy, becoming a hotshot hitter, and carrying the whole team all by himself.
Just a reminder, Junpei's like, I think level 12 or some shit, if that.
Dying to know what happens next, huh?
My man is just never gonna get like unbenched. Just not happening. This is the only reason my team was like equally leveled in Persona 5 Royale is because of the EXPs shared because of what's his name? The blue-haired guy that gets bullied all the time. God, everyone wants my fucking attention. Let's go and talk to this dude. Dude, you know the worst part about like... So I've recently got a to-do list going that I'm trying to like use to keep myself going for every day. And I made a rule that I don't have to complete everything on there, but I do need to like get 2 or 3 out of my 5 a day, sorry, done. And at the moment, one of them is doing my art testing stuff, which I do before stream. But it's really rough because like during stream, I'm just seeing my little things saying it's like, hey, you've got 4 more to do, and it's just like, I know, got more to do. Because the only 2 that I haven't been doing at the moment is doing writing and doing editing. Because I need to do editing. That's why we haven't had shorts on the channel for a little while. But I'm kind of waiting for the weekend because I might just like sit down for a few hours and work through a lot and then have them ready for next week is my hope. And then I'll be in the editing mood and I can just like keep going. Because again, I have enough shorts to edit up that would be lasting this channel for like a month or 2. But I just need to do them. And because I'm trying to raise the quality as well, it's taking longer to make them. So what would take... before I could probably get like 4 or 5 done in an hour, now it's taking like 2 or 3 an hour. Just because we're doing like way better quality for them. So it takes a lot longer and I'm trying to make that more and more efficient.
Yeah.
I'd love to work on it more though. I mean, I stand by, I'd love to hire someone for it. I had someone that said that they might, but ended up not happening.
Everyone, attention please.
Okay.
It seems the painting Hiraga-kun submitted to the contest really caught the eyes of the judges. And while it's highly unusual, they're going to reserve an award spot just for you, Hiraga-kun.
Huh? I don't think I understand. What does that mean?
It means you're guaranteed an award. At best, you'll receive first place. At worst, an honorable mention. The judges were impressed with your shading techniques and said you crafted a masterwork of realism.
Oh, nice.
Congratulations, Hiraga-kun.
Hey, way to go!
This is the art club's first real achievement.
Wait, then that means...
You should tell your dad.
Yeah, that's right. He promised me. He said I could do whatever I want if I won. So this means I don't have to listen to him anymore, right?
We should all do something special to celebrate. Yeah, that would be fun.
Thanks, everybody. Especially you. I'm sorry if I made you...
I wonder if his dad had a hand in this, and that's going to be the point that's made.
Let's go. You're celebrating with us, right?
Also, I just got an email about something. I need to have a look in a sec. I'll look now. So, apologies. Just give me a second. Where the fuck is it? I saw the email come in. There it is. Oh, okay. I was on the wrong one. Chosen to proceed with another candidate at this time. Ah, well. It would have been fun, but makes sense. Okay, I need to finish that today then.
I don't mean to interrupt the fun, but Hiraga-kun, I'd like to fill you in on a few details. But don't worry, it shouldn't take long. The rest of you can wait outside the faculty office if you'd like.
I might need to make a phone call as well today. Ugh. That's annoying.
Well, Hiraga-kun, one of the judges saw a lot of potential in you as an artist and had an offer for you. If you're interested, they'd be willing to help arrange for you to study abroad. How does that sound?
Study abroad? Me? As an artist?
Wow, as in overseas? Hiraga-senpai's amazing!
That would be kind of cool.
Hey, are you guys from the art club? Have you seen Hiraga?
He's in the faculty office now for...
Hiraga! I've been looking everywhere for you! Mikari just fainted! Come quick!
Huh? Oh, okay, got it. I'll be right there. I'm very sorry, but I'll need some time to think about this.
He says he doesn't want to be a doctor, but he just can't ignore people in need. That's how he is.
Yeah.
A doctor's son with such an eye for art. I never thought I'd be so jealous of a student.
I don't know if you should be saying that out loud.
I don't think anyone's in the mood to celebrate now. I'll let everyone know what happened. You can head out now if you'd like.
All right.
Welcome back.
Hmm. I mean, I want to go see what the breakage is. So I've only seen one other one so far, I think. It was really stupid. No, I've seen two so far, I think.
I wonder if I should have gone for the one-piece suit instead.
I don't know if this is legally okay.
These halter-top bikinis look almost like underwear. It feels a little weird to have my belly button exposed. Now that I think about it, this is the first time I've chosen my own swimsuit. But there wasn't much of a selection for the one-pieces. I wonder if I should ask Yukari-chan again what she thinks.
Alright, well, this is a thing, I guess.
I don't really exercise, so I probably wouldn't look very good standing next to her. Oh, wait! Just the thing.
Oh god.
The low-frequency waist slimmer pad I bought from Tanaka's TV show.
Oh, for God's sakes. This shit don't... Alright.
It said online it was very effective for its price, so maybe it could do some help before the trip. Now let's see. How do I turn this on? No! This...
What the fuck am I...
What do I do?
Alright then. VA Reload is better than the original. I mean, to be fair, how many years has it been since the original? There's way more ability to express yourself. There's a lot better stuff around it, so...
Yamagishi, do you have a moment?
It's Kirito-senpai. I have to get the door.
Oh god. I'll be honest, if I was at the door hearing this shit, I would be like, I need to leave.
Oh, am I interrupting?
Not that the VA felt like she didn't care at all. I'm not gonna comment on that. I'm just gonna say that VAs are professionals. And they often are told what to sound like. More often than not.
No, not at all. No, not at all.
Like, only VAs that are very, very established typically get to kind of like have their own room for what they can do, in my experience.
It's not that important. Never mind, just carry on.
Oh, senpai! Is this what it means to your abs?
Oh god.
Someone help!
Well, that was a thing. I don't know what to say to that. I really don't. So weird. Done the thing with you, done the thing with you. There is Tanaka, so let's go deal with Tanaka. Oh yeah, no, like there's some privacy breaching here. I'm hoping that like the fucking someone gets slaps for it. I'm sorry, there should not be cameras in people's rooms, especially like of this age. And I know why, but it doesn't stop the fact that it's fucked up.
Today we'll talk about... I just can't concentrate. I get so worked up when I picture his face.
What happened?
He really did it. He betrayed me. I won't sleep a wink tonight. There was a young man who was working for me. A hard worker who graduated from a distinguished private university.
Okay.
But this month, he couldn't meet his sales quota, so I docked his pay. Self-confidence went down the drain. Then, just stopped coming to work.
What happened to him?
He's probably cooped up in his home or something now. None of my business. Just mailed him a letter of termination. COD. It's his fault the company's in the red this month. I've wasted so many resources.
Uh-huh.
All those expenses for training, hardware, facilities, labor costs. Oh, it makes me sick just thinking about the net losses. Ugh.
How bad is it?
Well, he only worked for me for 2 years, so at least I won't have to provide a pension. Oh, I better not talk about it, or I'm going to pass out.
I'm gonna correct some of the stuff he's saying. So, at least in work environments that I understand, it takes half a year, it takes 3 months for them to theoretically pay for their training under most situations. And it takes a year for them to be competent, and it takes 2 years for them to have actually made the money fully back that you probably paid on them. So unless he'd been losing you money that entire time, he's actually probably made your money back.
It's difficult growing up with no money. Can't even afford shoes for gym class, you know? Barefoot in the winter is torture. I've been thinking, how would you like to model exclusively for my company? Your innocent appearance would be a perfect camouflage for the ugly realities of business.
I mean, that isn't... yeah.
Think about it, will you? Join me, and you'll never have to worry about being shoeless and peeved.
Dude, I have 200,000 yen in my fucking pocket. Do you think I actually care that much right now? Me in real life would probably take the opportunity, but this kid? Nah. Still not as rich as fucking the Royale character was.
To reevaluate the budget for next month. If I decide to hire someone new, their training is going to cost a fortune.
Yeah, that is the case. Sup, dude? How you doing? Pretty good. Nice, same here. I'm doing fantastic. Let's own that next shadow and make the world a better place, yeah? And again, I have like a whole host of people that want my attention. Yeah. I'm gonna call it here. Again, I know the stream's on the shorter side. It's only been a bit over 2 hours. But I'm just, again, very distracted at the moment. I'm feeling myself getting more and more distracted by some things. And then this way, next time we can come back next week and smash through to the Tartarus stuff, and then hopefully go and push through to the next Shadow. And then from there, we can like actually start really pushing with a lot more momentum. Hopefully we do slightly longer streams again. We'll see. But I'm just, yeah, again, I'm not really feeling it today. Got a lot of things that I want to sort out. So with that being the case, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Where is it? You're awesome. Stay awesome. And I hope to see you again next time. Till then, bye-bye.